Hello everybody, welcome to the next game in the 1979 World Series on Inside Pitch. The first two games were in Baltimore. The team split in Baltimore. Next three games are at Three Rivers Stadium in Pittsburgh, so we're at Three Rivers. We've got the card there. Starting pitchers for today's game, two left-handers, Scott McGregor for the Orioles and the Candyman, John Candelaria, for the Pirates. You can see the starting lineups on the score sheet. Need to put in the Oriole defense. I forgot to do that. I was doing everything else and trying to get everything ready, so not going to hurt to watch me do this. I don't guess I could pause the video, but I'll just keep it going and preface the series at a game apiece and see what's going on. I will have a new project on January 1st, 2025. There will be a new project because this project for the 79 World Series will be over. And, of course, I'll still be going full force on the 1987 Stratomatic American League replay. That'll be going strong. But the NBC Game of the Week won't come along until April. So to get something to go with the Stratomatic replay from the months of January through the beginning of April, there will be another project, and I will announce that at a different date, but it will start January the 1st. 2025. I will be doing an unboxing, and that will tell when that arrives. It's supposed to arrive on Friday, December the 27th. So that'll give me a couple days to get everything lined up, and then we'll do a quick heads up as to what's going on. And what the project is. And whether I do, some of it online, none of it online, don't know. I might do all of it offline, might do certain segments of it online and the others offline. I haven't really decided yet. Depends on, how well it's received and how many, if people like it or not. If they don't like it, then I might as well just do it for myself. So, but that's just the way it goes. All right, so we have Three River Stadium right there. John Candelaria is finishing up the warm-up tosses. McGregor still in the bullpen doing his warm-ups. Orioles have a right-handed heavy lineup facing the lefty Candelaria. They got Kiko Garcia leading off at short, Ayala in left, Singleton in right, Murray at first, DeCinces at third. Renicky is at center field. Dower, Dempsey, and McGregor finishes out the lineup. You see all the lefties they have on the bench. All right, now for the Pirates, it will be pretty much a standard lineup against the lefties. Moreno, Foley, Parker, Robinson's in left instead of Milner, Stargell, Madlock, Nicosh is catching instead of Ott, and then Garner, Candelaria. So not too far from the norm there. All right, so I think we are ready to go. Let me make sure that I think I've got enough light on there. I got all the lights on. I got two lamps on plus the overhead lights, so I'm hoping that's enough. Pirate dice. The Pirate dice, very similar to the Oriole dice. I just swapped out an orange die for a yellow die, and it pretty much keeps that going. And if you wonder why I'm recording this and uploading it rather than a live stream, I've kind of made the decision here recently to pretty much exclusively do recorded videos. There's a couple reasons for that. One, the video quality is much, much better. And two, if I average about 200 views a video, 90% of those views come after the fact. Only about 10%, maybe 15 to 20 people might watch it live. But I want a better looking product for the other 90%. So I'll give up the live stream portion of this to do this as recording and hopefully have a better product. That's my rationale. That can change, but right now that's kind of where I'm leaning. And that includes the Stratomatic American League replay. And it would also include the new project starting in January. Now the NBC Game of the Week, when that comes up in April, that's a live thing because that's just the way it is. All right, so Kiko Garcia leads off against Candelaria. Series tied at a game apiece. 1-6, that's a strikeout for Candelaria possibility. Kiko strikes out at a 16 against lefty. Stadium adds 117, so that 5 is there. It is a strikeout. And Kiko is gone. Here's Benny Ayala, left fielder. 4-3, that's a walk chance. 17 there. His walk is only a 6. Stadium even takes one away for a 5, so 17 does not fit. But Ayala gets to swing away. 6-6, he's going to ground it to second for Phil Garner, and there's 2 away. So 2 up and 2 down for the Candyman. That brings up right fielder Ken Singleton, switch hitter. 3-1, possible error. 6-3, it's a single to short, so it's not going to be an error. It is going to be a speed check instead. Singleton is a 2, which means he needs a 1 or a 2 to beat this out. 3 or higher, he is retired. And he is retired on the play by Tim Foley. So 3 up and 3 down. When you get the error chance on a single, that it negates the error and goes straight to a possible infield base hit based on speed. So that's kind of how that works. So now Scott McGregor, the lefty, is going to come out, face Omar Moreno, Tim Foley, and Dave Parker. Parker, the newest member of the Hall of Fame. Long overdue in my opinion. 1-2 is a walk chance. 5, and he will walk him. He walks at a 10, so even the -1 is not going to affect that. So Moreno will draw the base on balls, and we'll see if he's running. His attempt is a 10, but -1 from McGregor knocks it down to a 9. But it's an 8, so he gets the lead, so he will steal. 16, McGregor adds 3, makes it a 19. Catcher Dempsey is a -2, drops it to a 17. So 1 to 17, he will steal second base. And he does. Stolen base for Moreno. And that's what the Pirates are looking for from the leadoff man, is to get on base and steal bases and score runs. Strategy roll. Nothing happening. And that'll bring up Tim Foley now with Moreno at second. 4-3, and that's a blank, so we go to Foley to finish the at-bat. 6-4 is a fly to right field. That's a possible tag up on a fly to right field. Fly to right field, you take 1 away from the run rating. Moreno's a 4, he drops to a 3. Singleton, though, is a +1, so that brings him back up to the 4. So 1 to 4, and he will make third base. And he does. So Foley with a fly to right, and Moreno will smartly tag up and move to third base. Now he's at third with only 1 out. So the infield is in for the Orioles, trying to cut that run off. And here comes the Cobra, Dave Parker. McGregor could use a strikeout. 5-3, that's a blank. He needed a 5-2, not a 5-3. But here's Parker, 3-3, and that's a star 2, which is a fly to left. It's a possible sacrifice fly. His sacrifice fly rating is a 3, and it's 2, so it will be successful. So, boy, talk about small ball right there. Talk about manufacturing a run. There it is right there in black and white. You just saw it. A walk, a stolen base, a fly ball to right sends the runner to third. Sacrifice fly brings him home. So give an RBI to Dave Parker. And the Pirates lead at 1-0. But the bases are now empty for Bill Robinson, the hero of Game 2. 2-6 strikeout chance. He won't be a hero yet in Game 3 as he strikes out. But the Pirates get the run. They do it on no hits. No errors and nobody left. So 1 inning is in the books, and it's Pittsburgh 1 and the Orioles nothing. Game 3 is pretty important. You want to get that 2-1 lead if at all possible in the series. Puts the pressure on the opposing team. Of course, in real world, the Pirates were down 3-1 and came back and won it. So it's never over till it's over, as they say. Here is Eddie Murray against John Candelaria. 5-2 is a blank, so we go to Eddie Murray. 5-3, and against a left-hander, that's a single to third base. So split chance, and Murray takes advantage of facing a lefty and gets that single. Would have been a ground ball to third against a right-hander. So Murray's aboard. He has no attempt to steal, but there is a pickoff chance if we roll a 20. No pickoff, so here's the Sensei. Infield is halfway, of course. 6-4 is a possible error on a throw. To Sensei. 5-5 is a double to right field. How about that? A double to right. We'll see if there's going to be a throw, for one thing. Murray, there's bound to be a throw, though, for the plate. Murray is a 3. And let's see here on a double to right field to score from first base. You subtract 1. So it brings him down to a 2. Parker's arm is a -1, brings him down to a 1. So it's a 1 for a throw, but we're first going to check Parker's throwing error. His error rating's an 8. That's an 11, so there won't be an error. Now, to be safe, he needs a 1. Anything else, he's got to hold at third. He will hold at third. So the throw comes in and holds him there. But the first 2 are on, second and third, nobody out. And the Orioles in serious business. Here's Gary Renicky. Pirates going to play the infield in. They got to choke that runoff if at all possible. Candelaria needs a K, really. Here's Renicky, 6-2. That's a strikeout chance there. And he gets it. That's a 15 plus 1's a 16. That's a 10. So he gets the strikeout. A huge strikeout. And now here's Rich Dower. Infield still in. As Candelaria tries to pitch out of this mess. 3-4. And that's a possible error on a ground ball. So we'll go to Dower. 6-5. That's a ground ball to third. That's a 9. Third baseman Madlock is only a 7, though, so it will not be an error. And Murray runs at a 3 with the infield in. He drops to a 1, so the only way he scores is on a 1 or a 6. They don't like those odds, so they will hold him at third base now with 2 down, and they're going to walk Dempsey intentionally with the pitcher coming up next. That's how they're going to try to get out of the inning. The intentional walk loads the bases. And now the pitcher, McGregor. 3-3, and is that a strikeout or an automatic out? It really doesn't matter because he would strike out either way. McGregor is a lefty thrower. I'm assuming he's a lefty hitter, so that would be a strikeout. So after the single and double, they come away with nothing. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and they left them loaded basically. Score still 1-0. So a missed opportunity by the Orioles, big time, and a masterful job by Candelaria pitching out of the mess. So here come the Buccos with Pops Stargell leading the way in the bottom of the second. Lefty on lefty matchup. 4-5, and that is a walk chance to a lefty. 15, he's not going to walk, so it's going to go straight to Stargell's card. 3-1 is a star 1, which is a fly to left. And Ayala puts it away for 1 down. Here's the Bill Madlock. 6-4, and that's a blank, so we go to Madlock. 3-1, ground ball to short. Kiko Garcia handles it. 2 up and 2 down for the catcher, Steve Nicosia. He's the right-handed hitting version of their platoon with Ed Ott, the lefty. 3-4, strikeout chance. 8, he only strikes out of the 5, so that's not going to fit. Even with the +1 from the stadium, it's still not going to fit. So here's Nicosia, 5-5. He's going to fly to center. Renicky puts it away. 3 up and 3 down go the Pirates here in the second. At the end of 2, it's still 1-0 Buccos. Candelaria will now face the top of the order. Kiko Garcia, Benny Ayala, and Ken Singleton. Garcia struck out his first opportunity. 3-4. Possible error on a ground ball. 6-1, ground ball to second, possible error. That's a 2, so Garner's a 5. It will be an error, E4. Rare error for Garner, but it happens right here. That D20 was a 2. That was evil. So now, to get the lead, he's got an attempt of 4. -1 from Candelaria makes it a 3. And he does get the lead, so that's an 11. -1's a 10. Nicosia's a 0. It would be a 1-10 if they wanted to send him. But when you got the big boys coming up, I think you're going to hold him pat. So they're going to keep him there. And here's Ayala. 2-3, and that is an automatic out against a right-hander. That is a star line. The star line is a 4, which is a ground ball to second, possible double play. His double play rating's a 1. The infield's halfway, makes it a 2. Pitcher adds nothing. The pivot is a shortstop. Foley, he's a +1, so that brings it up to a 3. So 1-3, it's a double play. It is not. It's runner advance. So the only play for Garner is to throw to first, and Garcia will take second. So Garcia is in scoring position with 1 out for Ken Singleton. Nothing on the strategy. Here's Singleton. Grounded to short his first time up. 4-2. It's a blank. We go to Singleton. 5-2 is a fly to center. 2 away. Garcia runs at a 4. Fly to center to get from second to third. He lose 2, gives him a 2. Moreno's arm is a +1, brings it back to a 3. So 1-3, he makes third base. And he does. So he does move up to third. But now there are 2 outs. So it's going to take a 2-out hit, most likely from Murray, or some kind of a wild pitch or something from Candelaria to get him home. Candelaria to Murray. Murray did single his first time up. 1-4 is a straight-up home run chance. Murray's a 17. That's a 10. It's a 2-run bomb for Eddie Murray. And the Orioles take the lead just that quickly. Let's look at it again. These are unearned runs, all due to the Garner error. 1-4 is a straight-up home run. You don't have to check anything on the pitcher. It's a straight-up home run going straight to the batter. Against lefties, he's a 17. That's a 10, so 10 fits into the 17. Voila, 2-run home run, Eddie Murray. And the Orioles lead it 2-1. And the Pirate faithful a little stunned, as is Candelaria. Here's the Sensei. 5-6, wild pitch, ball 1. So Candelaria is so distraught, threw one in the dirt past Nicosia. Kind of, I guess, maybe in frustration. 5-5, strikeout, 2 got him. So not frustrated, but too long because he strikes out to Sensei to end the inning. But 2 runs come in, both unearned on 1 hit, no errors and nobody left. 1 error and nobody left. So we go to the top of the third. It's now 2-1 Orioles, as they have creeped in front of the Pirates. And wouldn't you know it, the guy who makes the error has to lead off the next inning. Usually the guy makes a good defensive play, he leads off the next inning. But in this case, it's reversed. It's the guy who made the boot who's going to lead off the inning, Phil Garner, followed by Candelaria and Moreno. 2-6, strikeout chance. 15 is too high. We go to Garner, see if he can redeem himself. 3-3, he does not. He grounds it to Murray. And kind of ironic there, he grounds out to the guy who hit the 2-run homer that benefited from his error. So kind of comes full circle right there. Here's Candelaria, is a 132 hitter. 6-1 strikeout, and he will strike out. He's a 19. The stadium adds one before 20, so that does barely get him to strike out. Got called look back at the umpire, and the umpire says, you're a pitcher. If it's borderline, I'm calling it. So now here's Moreno. 5-3 is a blank. We go to Moreno's card. 3-3, and that is a star 3, which is a fly to center, put away by Renicky to end the inning. So at the end of 3, it is Orioles 2, Pirates 1. Nip and tuck here at Three River Stadium. And before we start the 4th, I will do a mini stretch. Get a sip of coffee because I am recording this on a Saturday morning. Get readjusted in my seat. Make sure that there's no problem with focus or anything. And we'll get going. For the top of the 4th, it'll be Gary Renicky, center fielder, against Candelaria. It's a 4-4. It's a range play at the park. So we bring in Three River Stadium for a range check. That is a 3-3. It's a single plus to right field. But first we have to see if it's caught. Parker's range is a 3. He could take the single away with a 1, 2, or 3. He does not. It's going to drop in for a single. Question is, can Renicky get it, turn it into a double? He runs at a 2. -1 from Parker is a 1. So he has to have a 1 to get a double. 2 through 5 he holds. 6 he might be out. He's got to hold because of Parker's arm. So Renicky will hold with just a single. He will not get that extra base. So Renicky is aboard with 1 out, or with nobody out rather. And Rich Dower, the batter. 1-5 is a blank. We go to Dower. 4-5, and that is a ground ball to second, possible double play. He's a 3. Pitcher has nothing. Halfway is a 4. The pivot is a shortstop Foley. He's a +1, so it's a 1-5. Anything other than a 6, and we got a double play. And we do. It's going to be a 4-6-3. Pitcher's best friend, double play. 2 outs, base is clear for the catcher, Dempsey. He was walked his first time intentionally, so this is his first actual real at bat. 5-4 is a range play. Infield's back with 2 outs, nobody on, so they get their full range. 5-2, and that's a ground ball to short. Checking the range of Foley, he's a 4. So 1-4, he will retire Dempsey, and the inning's over. He does not. It's a base hit. It's going to sneak through. And one thing that will do is allow the pitcher, McGregor, to get out of the way. So he'll get to swing, and that way they'll have Garcia lead off the next inning rather than the pitcher, assuming the pitcher doesn't reach. 5-1's the ballpark card, so he could reach on the ballpark card. 4-6, it's a fly to left, though, so he will not reach. But he does get him out of the way so that he can lead off the top of the 5th. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 2-1 O's. And it'll be Foley, Parker, and Robinson, heart of the order, due up for the Buccos here in the bottom of the 4th. 2-6, strikeout chance. 16 is way too high. Foley hardly ever strikes out. 3-5, and that's a ground ball to short. So Foley is out of there. Parker, lefty on lefty. 5-6, that's a pitcher result, or question mark pitcher result. 1-12 against a left-hander is a single. That's a 17, though, so we treat it as a blank. And we go to Parker. 5-6, it's ground ball to short again. Garcia, 2 for 2 on ground balls, and that'll bring up Bill Robinson. 1-3 is a range play, so we're going to Bill Robinson and see who the range is on. 6-5, it's a fly to center. We're checking the range of Renicky. He's a 4. So 1-4, and Renicky will make the catch, and the inning is over. He does. So Renicky hauls it in, and that takes care of the Bucks in the bottom of the 4th. Go to the 5th, still 2-1. Both pitchers have kind of gotten into a groove. Just the one mistake pitch by Candelaria cost him. Other than that, he's pitched pretty well. Here's Garcia. He reached on that error by Garner that started the whole mess in the 3rd inning. 6-1, blank. We go to Garcia. 3-3, it's a double to right field. How about that? Kiko Garcia with a leadoff double. 3-3 right there, D9. Plain as day. So here's Ayala. Candelaria to Ayala. 4-1 is a blank. We go to Ayala. 2-3, that is a fly to left, out number 1. Now, going to be pretty hard to move up. However, Robinson in left field has a bad arm, so Garcia might make third base on this. He starts out as a 4. You lose 3 when you try to go from second base to third base on the fly to left. You lose 3, drop it to a 1. But Robinson's a +2, brings it back to a 3. So 1-3, and he'll make third base. He will not. He's got to hold. So he holds at second with 1 out for Ken Singleton. Candelaria, 6-3, ballpark card again. Right back to Three Rivers. 2-6, that's a star 1, which is a ground ball to short. 2 down. Now the question is, does the runner move up? Well, he's got to have a 4 or less to move up. He got it, so he does move up to third base. It had to be higher than his BR for him to hold, so since it was the same, he gets to move up. But now there are 2 outs. And this is the spot we were in last time, 2 outs with Garcia at third, and Eddie Murray deposited a home run. So let's see what happens here. He's 2 for 2, so Candelaria has to be careful with him. 3-5, and that is a potential strikeout. Murray's a switch hitter. That's actually an automatic out. Take it back. That's a star line because he's right-handed as a switch hitter. So that's a star line. And star line's going to be a fly to center to put it away to end the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 2-1 favor of the O's here in pivotal Game 3. See who can take the advantage in the series. It'll be Pops Stargell, Bill Madlock, and Steve Nicosia due up for the Bucks. 4-6, that's a strikeout chance. 14, got him. So Stargell is out on strikes. That brings up Bill Madlock. 3-3, strikeout again, but 12 is too high. Madlock rarely strikes out. 6-1, power result to right field against a lefty, though it only goes to 6. That's a 16. Had he been facing a righty, that would have been a triple, because 12 to 17, that 16 would have fit right in here. But since he's facing a lefty, it only goes to 6. So instead, it's just a fly to right field for out number 2. As Singleton hauls it in, prevents that triple. Here's Nicosia, 3-2, and that is a home run question mark. Against right-handers, there's 1-9. That fails, so there's no home run chance for Nicosia, but he will swing. 3-5, and he's going to double to center field, and that's the first hit of the game for the Bucks. Even though they've scored a run, it was based on a walk, not on a hit. This is the first actual hit of the game. Steve Nicosia, 3-5 is a double. No, take it back. That's a 3-5. I misread that. 3-5 is a ground ball to first. Good thing I double-checked that. It is not the first hit of the game. They do not pass go. They do not get $200. That is actually an out. So 3-5 is actually a ground ball to Murray to end the inning. Almost cheated him there. Didn't see that. I read 3-4 instead. That can happen. These blocks after a while can get very similar, but that is in fact a 3-5, which means column 3, row 5, we're right here. So ground out to first to end the inning, and the no-no is still intact for McGregor through 5 innings. Cat's out of the bag now, so I might as well talk about it. All right, Candelaria will be facing DeSensei, Renicky, and Dower. 4-2, and that is a blank, so we go to DeSensei. 4-5, and that's a ground ball to short. Foley's all over it. 1 away for Gary Renicky. 1-2. He's not tired, so that's a blank. 6-2 is a fly to left. Bill Robinson puts it away. 2 down for Rich Dower. 1-1, strikeout 14, too much. We go to Dower. 4-5, that's a ground ball to second. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Candelaria. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 2-1. Favor of the O's. McGregor will be facing Garner, Candelaria. And it's still too early, in my opinion, to pull Candelaria, so we're going to let Candelaria hit. It's only a 1-run deficit. If they were behind by 3 or 4 runs, I'd pull him, but 1 run, I'm going to keep him in there. So Garner leads off against McGregor. 4-4 is a blank. We go to Garner's card. 1-2, star 6 is a ground ball to Kiko Garcia. 1 away, here's Candelaria. And who's to say he can't reach on the ballpark card? 4-6, but he will strike out instead. But in all honesty, a pinch hitter could have very well struck out as well. So 2 outs, base is clear for Moreno. 5-5, possible error on a throw. 4-4 is a pop-up to first, so no throw needed. Murray puts it away. And the Pirates still have nothing through 6 innings. So it's still a 2-1 ball game after 6 complete. And we're going to start getting towards fatigue here very shortly for both pitchers. But since we're at the next block of 3 innings, it's a good time to stand up and move around and check the focus and make sure everything fits. And just give me a quick sip of coffee and we'll be ready to go for the last 3 innings. As I get older, sometimes I can't wait till the 7th inning stretch. I got to stretch a little bit before that. So, all right, Rick Dempsey, McGregor, and then Garcia. 5-3 is a blank. We go to Dempsey. 2-2. It's a power result to left. It goes to 15. That's a 14. It'll be a double for Rick Dempsey. How about that? A leadoff double. He has walked, singled, and doubled. How about that? Now we're looking to bunt. Is McGregor. He's a bunt rating of 4. The corners rating makes him a 3. But first we'll check for any kind of pickoff, and there's nothing going on there. And he actually got the bunt sign with a 19, so that works out well. So now we will See who's going to field this ball. It's a 3, so that means it is bunted to the first baseman, Stargell. And as a 3, he needs basically a 12 or less to have a good bunt. And he does, so it's a good bunt. Stargell will just tag him coming up the line, 3 unassisted. Does put Dempsey at third with 1 out. Now it forces the Pirates to bring the infield in. And this is batter 28 right here. He's faced 27. This is batter 28. He gets tired after batter 28. So the bullpen is loosening. Enrique Romo is loosening in the pen along with Grant Jackson. So trying to keep an eye on Candelaria. I'd like to get him through the inning if possible. Infield is in, of course. 2-3. And that's an automatic out against the right-hander. Now, what kind of out is it? It's a 3, fly to right, so it's a possible sacrifice fly, although his sacrifice fly rating is only a 1. There's no sacrifice fly there. Dempsey's a 1. Parker's a -1, so he cannot move up at all. He has no opportunity to do so. And so he will have to hold. Now, Candelaria is tired. Now, the question is, do you leave him in to pitch to Ayala, or do you bring in the righty Romo, which the Orioles would then probably turn around and bring in the lefty Lowenstein to pinch hit for him, or either Bumbry, one of the two. So I think they like the Candelaria matchup better, but he's got to avoid those fatigue rolls. The Candelaria has gotten Ayala out all 3 times. 3-3, and he gets him out again on another star line. Boy. Candelaria gutted it out and gets a ground ball to short to end the inning. That will be it for Candelaria. He's going to go 7 innings. And just the 2-run homer is what killed him. That would have been a really great outing without that 2-run homer. But that's just the way it goes. So Candelaria goes 7 innings, gives up 3, 5, 6, 7 hits, 2 runs, none of which were earned. He's going to walk only 1, and that was an intentional walk to Dempsey. Strikeouts 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So there is Candelaria's line. 7 innings pitched, 7 hits, 2 runs, none earned, 1 walk, which was intentional, and 4 strikeouts. So I don't think the Pirates could have asked for much more than that. But, so what are you going to do? They just they need runs. That's all there is to it. So McGregor back out for the bottom of the 7th. His fatigue is 28. McGregor has only faced 19, so he's definitely good to go for fatigue purposes. Pirate bullpen, Enrique Romo, is scheduled to come in and pitch in the 8th inning. It's going to be Enrique Romo. So let's see what happens to the Pirates, first of all, against McGregor. 3-2, that's a home run question mark. 1-9, it passes, but Foley has no home run chances against lefties, so he'll have to swing away and earn it himself. 1-5, he flies to right. Singleton is there, 1 away. And here's Big Dave Parker. 1-5, that's a ballpark card going to Three River Stadium for the Parker at bat. 4-2, there's a double, and there goes the no-hitter. That's solid. That's undisputable. A 4-2 on the ballpark card is a double to center. So finally the no-hitter is broken up, and it's broken up by Dave Parker. And more importantly for the Pirates, the tying run is in scoring position with only 1 out. And Bill Robinson, your batter. 4-5, and he's an automatic out on the star line against the right-hander. It's an automatic out. And the star line is a fly to center. That's 2 down. Now, can Parker move up? He might be able to. Parker is a 4. When you move up on a fly ball to center field to go to third base, it's a -2, so it drops him to a 2. Renicky is a -1 arm, drops him to a 1. So he makes it on a 1. 6, he might be out. So we got to check the secondary throw. And Renicky with a -1 arm means a 1-4. We go to that secondary chart. And we do. We go to the secondary chart. He's out on a 2-5. He is. So he's out at third base. So double play, 8-5. Parker tried to be aggressive, and it just didn't work out for him, as he is thrown out by Renicky to end the inning. No runs a hit, no errors, and nobody left. At the end of 7, it's still 2-1 O's. And a missed opportunity for the Pirates. That one-out double did not help them out whatsoever. So now the Pirates will go to their bullpen with Enrique Romo, the right-hander. He will be on to pitch in place of Candelaria. And there will be a double switch as well. As Bill Robinson made the last out, he will come out. And John Milner will be coming on to play left field. And Milner will bat ninth. So Milner will be in left field hitting ninth. And the pitcher spot will be in the number 4 position. So that means the pitcher's 9 batters away. So Romo can go quite a few innings if he needs to. So we'll get Milner's card out. John Milner. Milner is a 2, 8, and a 0, running at a 3. So Milner will bat in the 9th position behind Garner. And Bill Robinson leaves the game. So Milner is in, as is Enrique Romo. So Enrique Romo is on. And he will be facing Singleton, Murray, and DeCinces for the Orioles here in the top of the 8th of a 2-1 ball game. Trying to hold it right where it is. And Romo 10-5 with 2.99 ERA and 5 saves in the 79 season as I drop one of my D6s. So let's get these straight. All right, Singleton. Make sure my arm movement didn't do anything. I don't think it did. All right, top of the 8th, Singleton. 0 for 3. 6-6. Pitcher result against a switch hitter batting left. 1-11 is a single. That's a 4. So Singleton was 0 for 3 batting right-handed, but batting left-handed. He starts out with a single against Romo. Romo has a balk chance on a 1-9 if we roll a 20. No 20, so no balk. Here's Eddie Murray. Infield looking to turn 2. 3-3 is a blank. Go to Murray. 3-1, single to left field. Singleton runs at a 2. -2 drops him to a 0. And Milner's arm is a 0, so he cannot go to third. He has to hold at second base. But first and second, nobody out. And here's DeCinces. Grant Jackson is loosening the bullpen as well, just in case Romo needs relief. But there's all right-handers in the lineup at the moment. So here's Romo to DeCinces. Infield double play depth. They need a double play in the worst way. 4-3. Well, strikeout, they'll take that too, and they get it. So Romo strikes out DeCinces. Now a double play would get him out of the inning. Here's Renicky. Nothing on that. Here's Renicky. 2-2. Strikeout. Got him again. So back-to-back strikeouts for Romo to try to get out of the inning. Here's Rich Dower. Dower is 0 for 3. But a 257, so he's no slouch. 2-6 ballpark card. So that's the great equalizer, that ballpark card. Anybody can get a hit off of that. 1-6, though, is in the ground ball in front of Nicosia, and that's going to end the inning. So the 2 leadoff singles don't come to fruition. Score still remains 2-1. And that'll bring up Stargell. Madlock and Nicosia against McGregor. McGregor can face 28 batters. He's only faced 22, so he's definitely in good shape, fatigue-wise. The pitch to Stargell, 1-5. That's the ballpark card. So again, the great equalizer is the ballpark card. Stargell has the power if he hits one of these home run positions. 3-2, but he doesn't get that, but he does get a single. And he might be able to extend it for a double. Although he only runs at a 1. Single to left is a -1 from a 0 from Ayala. So on a 1 he advances. Anything else he does not. So he will stay with the single. Single for Stargell. And now you wonder if they would pinch run for Stargell in a big spot. And I think they will. So we will have a pinch runner as The wheels are turning. Let's see what they want to do. Milner can move over and play first base. That's not a problem for defensive purposes, but they're looking for their best runner. And their best runner is Matt Alexander. He runs at a 4. So Matt Alexander will come on and pinch run. He will pinch run for Stargell. Stargell is now out of the game. And actually, Milner will take over at first base, so we got to get a rating for Milner at first base. Milner's first base rating is a 2 and a 7, so we change this to a 7 with the first base rating. And then taking over in left field for Stargell. Let's see if that's going to be, might very well be Easler. Or it could be Lee Lacy. We're going to go with Easler. So Mike Easler will take over in left field. Although he's not very good defensively, he's good offensively. But they're going to pinch run with Mr. Alexander, who runs at a 4. That's the key. Matt Alexander runs at a 4. That's the big number to know right there, 4. His attempt is a 19, though. So he could try to steal, possibly. It's a 17. So he does fit for the steal. 19 minus 1 is 17. I mean, sorry, it's 18. 17 fits. So Alexander, this might be kind of bucking the system a little bit. He did have 13 steals, though. He's a very good base runner. It's the reason why they gave him these ratings. 19 plus 3 is a 22. And then minus 2 from Dempsey's a 20. So he's going to make it unless we roll a 20. And he does. So Alexander will steal second base. Gets himself in the scoring position with nobody out. And he's a good base runner. And that'll bring up Bill Madlock. Strategy roll again. 10. No, this time he does not get the lead because you cut the lead in half when you try to go to third, so that makes it less than that. But he's in scoring position for Madlock with nobody out. 6-2 is a blank. We go to Madlock. 4-2. That's a liner to first base. Could be a double play. When you hit a line drive to first base with a runner on second, if you roll a 5, it's a double play. And it is. How about that? They double off Alexander. Murray was hot on the take, him and Garcia. It's a 3-6 double play. It's a 3 and a 3-6 double play. And boy, I'm telling you right here, there's a chart with a runner on second base and the ball hit to first. A 5 is a double play, and that's what we rolled as a 5. So there you go. Boy, talking about getting yourself out of a jam. They just did it. And here's Nicosia now. 2 outs, base is empty. 4-6 strikeout, got him. Boy, that is enough to take the starch out of you right there if you're the Pirates. Thought they had something going, but it was not to be. We go to the 9th. Still 2-1. Favor of the Orioles. Romo will come out for his second inning to pitch. He can face 6 batters, but he will be getting tired very shortly, so we may look at Kent DeColvey. We may be looking at DeColvey here, and that's what they're going to do. They were off for the travel day, so DeColvey had rest, and he will come in and pitch. Even though they're behind, they don't want to get further behind, so DeColvey will come in and pitch. Romo went 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, no runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. But now DeColvey will be in, and he will be there to face. Let's see how they want to play this. He will be in to face Dempsey, the pitcher spot, McGregor. And boy, you hate to take McGregor out, but if you can get an extra run, that would really be good. And do you really want to bring in Don Stanhouse, Stan the Man Unusual? He did have 21 saves, so I think that's the move to make because McGregor would be getting tired here very shortly. So wheels are turning. DeColvey is in. Dempsey is your batter to lead it off. And then the Orioles will have a pinch hitter coming off the bench. But first things first, here is to Colby to start the ninth. 6-4. He's not tired, so go to Dempsey. 4-6 pops it to short, 1 away. And now we'll get a pinch hitter. And it's going to be pinch hitter extraordinaire Terry Crowley to come in and pinch hit for the Orioles. And that will close the book on McGregor, and he did wonderfully for the Orioles. 8 innings pitched, just 2 hits and 1 run, which was earned. The only walk he had was the first walk of the game to Moreno that scored the run. So 1 walk. And he struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Struck out 5. And of course he's in line to get the win. And then Stanhouse will come in and pitch the ninth. Don Stanhouse. Right now it is to Colby. And he'll be facing the pinch hitter, Terry Crowley. So Crowley is your pinch hitter. Stanhouse will be the new pitcher in the bottom of the ninth. Right now it's Crowley. 2 out with 1 out, bases clear. Crowley looking to get something started. If he gets on, they'll pinch run for him. 1-5's a blank. Looking for Crowley just to get on base. 3-6 he does. He singles to second base. Now he will leave for a pinch runner. And let's see who they got on the bench that can run. Well, Bumbry can, obviously. So that's what they're going with. They're going with Al Bumbry to pinch run. And he may stay in the game to play defense as well. He's a little bit better than Ayala is. So Bumbry will pinch run. And actually, they're going to probably do a double switch. They're going to put Bumbry in to play left field after he pinch runs. So he would be a 4-0 and a +1 running out of 4. So Bumbry is your pinch runner. Bumbry is the pinch runner. With 1 out, Bumbry at first. See if he can get the lead. To get the lead, he's got an attempt of 6. He does not get the lead, so he holds fast. Here's Kiko Garcia. 4-6, that's a strikeout chance. 6 got him. So Garcia is out on strikes, 2 down. And here is Ayala, but they're going to pinch hit for Ayala. And they're going to be bringing in another pinch hitter. And that will be Pat Kelly. So Pat Kelly will pinch hit. Pat Kelly will pinch hit. The pitcher spot's going to end up going here after the inning's over. I'm sorry, it's going to end up going here, not where Singleton is, but where Ayala is. So the pitcher spot will be going there. So Pat Kelly will pinch hit. Pat Kelly. He will be up to pinch hit. Nothing on the strategy. To Colby to Kelly. 4-4 is a range play with 2 outs. The infield is back. 2-5. That's a single to center field, but it's a range check on Moreno. He's a 4. 1-4. He takes the hit away. He does not. It's going to be a base hit, single to center. Single to center. Bumbry runs at a 4. Moreno's a +1. There are 2 outs. That gives him a +2. That makes him a 6. Going from first to third on a single to center, you lose 1, makes him a 5. So 1-5, he makes it to third base. It's a 6. He may be out. +1 from Moreno means a 1-2. We go to that secondary chart, and we do. And now 2 through 5, he's going to be out. It's a 1 though. So on a 1, that means the lead runner advances. The ball is cut off, and the trailing runner's in a rundown. So Bumbry's going to score. Bumbry will score on the RBI single from Pat Kelly. I'm sorry, he's not going to score. What am I doing? He's going to third. Getting ahead of myself here. Got excited with this rundown thing. He makes it to third. Doesn't score. He was only at first base and it was only a single. But he makes it to third. Now, Kelly's in a rundown. So, on a rundown play, when the runner gets in a rundown, a 1, the runner's out quickly, no other advance. 2 through 5, he's going to be out. If rolled higher than BR of runner. So he's a 4 there. So a 6, he gets in under the tag. Let's see what happens. It's a 6. He gets in under the tag at advanced base, so he makes it to second. He will go to second on the throw. They cut it off, but they couldn't get him. So aggressive base running by the Orioles has paid off. Runners at second and third now with 2 outs for Ken Singleton. Got to pitch to Singleton because you don't want to deal with Eddie Murray and the bases loaded, so they're going to have to pitch to Singleton and hope they can get out of the mess. DeColby to Singleton. Second, third, 2 down, 2-1 ball game. 6-1 range play, but the infield is back again. 6-2, it's a star 6, which is a fly to right. That's Parker. He's a 3. 1-3, he makes the play. 4 or higher, it's possibly a 2-run single. It's a 1, so Parker saves at least 1 run, maybe 2, by making that catch. And DeColby gets out of a shaky inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. So DeColby's going to go 1 inning, give up 2 hits, no runs, no walks, and a strikeout. That's all for DeColby. They don't want to wear him out in case they need him for game 4 or 5. So that's all from DeColby. But now we have Don Stanhouse, Stan the Man Unusual, will be coming on to pitch for the Orioles here in the bottom of the 9th of a 2-1 ball game. And let's see who they're going to be facing. Schedule hitters are Garner, Milner, and Moreno. On the bench, they still have, well, we've used Easler. So they have Ed Ott as a lefty. Everybody else is right-handed. Garner's 293, so you're not going to pinch hit for him. Milner's 276, you're not going to pinch hit for him. So there's probably not going to be any pinch hitting going on. So Garner's going to lead off against Stanhouse. Bottom of the 9th, 2-1. 6-3, home run question mark, 1-12. It passes. So Garner on a 1-6 will tie the game with a home run. He does not, but he does get to swing. So Garner will swing it. 1-6 is going to fly to left. So boy, Stanhouse, sigh of relief is at the warning track. That play is made by the new left fielder, Al Bumbry. So there's 1 away, and here's Milner, first baseman, against Stanhouse. 5-3, that is a strikeout plus. So he's going to get him. 2 down, and it's all up to Omar Moreno. Last chance. They're going to see if he can get on and steal a base, perhaps. But he's got to get on first. Stanhouse looking to wrap it up. Earl Weaver puffing on that Chesterfield. 2-3, that's a pitcher result. 1-4 is an automatic out, but that's a 10, so we move on to Moreno. 6-5 is a single past first base, so the inning is not over, or the game's not over yet. That is a single for Moreno. His attempt is a 10. He gets the lead. He will take the steal chance. 16 minus 1's a 15. Minus 2's a 13. 1-13, he'll be safe. 14 or higher, he's out and the game's over, but you got to get him into scoring position. So they'll take the risk. 1-13. And he's out. Caught stealing, ball game's over. There you go. Rick Dempsey says, don't even try it, my friend. And the ball game is over. You can question the managerial decision there if you like, but given the circumstances with 2 outs, I think you had to get in scoring position there, or else you're going to need 2 hits from Foley and Parker to get it done. And since the Pirates only had 3 hits the entire game, that was not a likely scenario. So 2 runs on 11 hits, no errors on the Orioles, 1 error on the Pirates. It was a huge error too. It definitely had, effect on the game. Stanhouse wanting to pitch 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and a strikeout. So the save to Stanhouse, the win to McGregor, the loss to Candelaria, tough luck loss. And now the Orioles take a 2-1 lead as they go to game 4. And game number 4 will be battle of right-handers, Jim Bibby for the Pirates and Dennis Martinez for the Orioles. That'll be game 4 from Pittsburgh. But right now the Orioles lead at 2-1 in the series. So I hope you're enjoying this 79 inside pitch replay. I'm having fun doing it. World Series replay, I should say, not season replay, obviously. But hopefully you're enjoying that and mix it up with some strat and everything else. And again, on January the 1st, there will be a new game and a new project. Not a new game I haven't played before, but a game I haven't played in a while. And I'll have a project going with that. So I'll have that and the Stratomatic project going from January to April until the game of the week comes along in April. So that's going to do it from here. Final score, Orioles 2, Pirates 1. Till next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.